Alright, this is a bit of a more different video, process. So, I persuaded a special person in my life, um, to come to my office here, to kind of, per se, give a rating, because this totally isn't stolen by some other person who did this before me. Um, but overall, I thought this would be a unique thing to at least start maybe a chain about, because I know tons of people have at least taken their parents through videos to show them something, or like character. Yeah,
Taken.
taken. Yeah, taken. Yes, but for this one, I will simply give information on the character. Um, I and then I will I will give information on the character, and then my mother here will basically give a rating on how they look, and what they would feel about given the information given prior to her. And I put this in just an order depending on the name of the file that I gave them. And yes, the microphone is my headset. All right. Starting off with Aoi Asahina. So, Aoi Asahina in this game, namely Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc, is the ultimate swimmer. So, basically, she's a very sweet-hearted character and is very defensive over her friends. Um, she namely has a friendship with the ultimate martial artist, and she's probably the most kind of normal aspect. Well, one of the most normal aspect characters of this game. Um, and yeah, she has some interesting traits about her. She loves donuts. That is one thing she loves donuts about. She also loves this ramen that has so many calories. It's hilarious. And typically she has one of the longest free time events in the game. They're kind of like a thing where you can go out with characters, that you like talking to and stuff.
She's major social.
Yeah, and at some point she tries to put vengeance on the rest of the gang for basically not helping her in a situation with her dear friend of the ultimate martial artist, which I'll get into once we get into that character more so. But overall, everything turns fine afterwards. She is one of the survivors of the game. So yeah, all right, and you go.
So, I'm telling you what I think about this person,
Yes.
about this cute little girl next door character that like is totally my spirit animal. I love donuts. I love donuts. I love high calorie food, and I have a very, very, very bad temper. She's just great. I was just gonna say that she just looks like a very normal, legitimately girl next door. Like that's the outfit I would wear. I love it. I don't have accessories like that, so it doesn't look like that when I wear that outfit.
Yeah.
Mhm. She's got big boobs.
Yes.
Anyway, but she's just adorable. I love it. She's cute. Her character seems to fit her.
Yeah.
I would totally be friends with her.
Yeah.
I would never cross her. She would kill me. Okay.
All right then. Yep.
All right. I don't even know this game though.
Oh, you could probably look it up, or I'll go more into detail about it off screen. All right. Next, yeah. Okay, so this one is an interesting one.
Is that a guy?
That is a guy.
He's
Yes.
so pretty.
Nice. He is indeed awesome looking.
He
He
knows
look
he's pretty.
he looks fresh and stuff. But his personality is definitely kind of like the sparking of basically take Hades and just upping his self-esteem to about maximum.
Okay, I don't think Hades had a problem with self-esteem. So Jesus, I mean, like,
Oh really? Dang it! I thought Hades was always
Well,
a love of himself.
he second guessed himself because of his role, but like, really, he still was kind of a slight narcissist. So, upping that, Jesus. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So, this
Yeah,
is
I was right.
yeah,
Yeah,
this
he's
is
pretty.
this is Biaka Togami. Now, Biaka Togami, like I mentioned, is an extreme narcissist about himself. Um, Basically, he is also yet again one of the survivors of the game. And he is also one of the most popular from this game, particularly. There's a lot of memes about him. Funny enough. Yeah, he is one of the tallest characters. He's got huge legs. He is very smart. He is really smart.
He dresses smart.
Yeah, he's great argumentative. He also has one of the most interesting stories of the game. He's part of a huge family that basically thrives on being successful.
Oh, they look rich.
Yeah, they are super rich. There is a line in the game where the protagonist typically says, "Maybe we should call you the ultimate day trader," because he makes tons of money off of day trading. Or daily trading.
Little
Yeah.
stock guy.
Yeah,
Alright,
yeah.
alright. Mr. Wall Street. Alright.
Yeah. So this guy is kind of like True Intentions, sparking the second chapter of the game. Typically speaking,
He's
he
ruthless.
he is out here to make this seem like a game. Basically, it is. You could say it's a game too, but obviously I'll delve into that off screen. Um, but basically, he has this huge intention. He has these big intentions to win the game by being the last one surviving. Obviously, if I said one of the survivors, then you already know that that's not the case. But yeah, he makes that his intention. And overall, that's where kind of like he truly sparks from that point. In one of the chapters, namely, when he realizes that he messed up somewhere and he does not actually know what happened in the case, he kind of loses it. And not in the way where like he threatens anyone, but more so he feels defeated. And that there's truly 1 to 2 characters that shove it in his face, basically. And we'll get on to them sooner or later, depending on that. But yeah, that is Biaka Togami.
Well, he looks very precise. Very angular. Very fierce. Not like an out-and-out dick, but just so much better than you. Very, very aloof. Okay, so, because, like, every part of his outfit is just so perfect. So perfect. So every little detail, every little crease is exactly where it should be. I am a master of destiny. Okay. I would probably scratch his eyes out.
Nah, a lot of people would agree with you on there, or at least any sorts of gosh dang these headphones. At least any sorts of punishment they would pull on this person.
You need to get your microphone.
Yeah. Yes. So this is another very popular character. Celestia Ludwig is namely she dresses in gothic Lolita clothing, and she is you know what? I forgot to mention this about Biaka Togami. Real quick, his ultimate or his talent is he's the ultimate affluent progeny. Anyways, back to Celestia. Yeah, back to Celestia though. She goes by Celeste, no last name, and she is the ultimate gambler. Yeah. So, basically, she's basically like Biaka, but doesn't rub it in your face. She's very quiet about it. Um, unless if you go through her free time events where she's very open about it. But in the main story, like, she doesn't show it. Um, and she's an interesting character because typically, uh, I read this in a website called TV Tropes because I played through the game and I read about it. But apparently she does have a fear of death. I could be wrong there because I read from the game's point, but yeah, she has a big fear of death. So in a game, considering that there's deaths in here, um, yeah. So yeah, she. What do I say about this character aside from the main point? You know what? We'll just get to the main point. Typically, she is not a survivor. She's in fact.
You know, her fear of death might actually be a hindrance to her survival. You know, it's just, oh god.
She is actually a killer in this game. She is one of the killers in this game. Typically, her goal in her life was to own a castle, in all of her richings and stuff. And in one of the motives in the game was money, namely $10 million, well spent virtue.
Well, she's a gambler.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, basically those 10 million would have made her dream come true. And so obviously,
Doesn't sound like she got it.
no, especially once I give you another characters, typically two. Well, maybe just one. I don't know. But yeah, so there's really not much to say about this character because I didn't really delve deep into her, namely. But overall, she's a very unique character. And yeah, that's what I had to say about Celestia.
Alright, well, Celeste
Yeah.
is so super cute. I'm not surprised she's a killer, though. She's too dark. I love her hair, though. Oh my goodness. I just want to pull on the little ends.
The twin tails.
Yes. I want them to spring back, though, like springs. So if they didn't, I would be so disappointed.
Yeah.
But I love her outfit with the dark, with the splashes of red.
Yeah.
So much passion. So much death. So, that's really messed up for a person to have such a fear of death, be a killer. You know, seems a little hypocritical.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, not to be a total asshole, but, you know, kind of glad she didn't get her thing, you know, because, you know.
I mean, hey, like, killing never is your answer.
Well, not only that, but, like, how dare you be scared of death and then be, like, giving it to other people?
Yeah.
Wow, that's, like, the worst karma in the world. You
Yeah.
best be careful there.
Yeah.
It's not the way to go.
Anyways, let us move on to the next.
Not a very good gamble.
Alright, this is Chihiro Fujisaki.
She's so cute.
Yeah, so, she is the ultimate programmer. She's a very computer,
She's a nerd.
yeah.
Absolutely.
I won't say their name, but someone in this household would be happy. But,
We're all nerds here.
that's true, but I think someone's a specific type of nerd for this character. But yeah, so, unfortunately for this character, she dies kind of early. Namely, chapter 2, she dies early, and, but she has a very she doesn't really have a full-on story, but more so, she is the she's the God. What is this? In one of the free time events, yeah. In one of the free time events, she shows you this computer program called Alter Ego, which actually plays a major part in the story. I know one character who loves that thing. But basically, the Alter Ego helps out very well for the group to find their way of survival. And unfortunately, the Alter Ego program, or the computer more so stored on it, is destroyed by the big bad, obviously. But yeah. Also, if I were to tell you the height of this high school student, 4'10". Yeah.
Is that it?
Well, there's another thing to say about this character. So, I've been saying the whole time that this person is a she.
Is it not?
It is indeed a boy.
I can see that.
Yeah. Yes. Hilarious enough. I think one of the thumbnails to this one guy who's doing it was that it was her mother saying, "Oh, she looks so cute," or more so, I think it's "I love her" or something like that. But I can imagine the the face of that other person who is recording the video. No. Anyways, you seem to have a comment.
You present to me this perfect, cute as a button nerd. You give me no backstory. You kill him. You tell me he has this wonderful, like everything about him is tragic. Why? Why did you tell me about this guy? I feel so bad for him. I love you, sir.
Well,
You're an ass.
alright, well.
Moving on? No? Is that it? Don't tell me we're going to end on this tragedy.
Oh no. 'Cause
Okay.
now it's your time to speak about how you feel.
This is a tragedy. I love this guy. Why? Why? He's a very cute boy, though.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Has he always been a boy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd
Just
be-
checking.
I'd be fooled by him now.
No, it can go either way.
Yeah.
I consider that a gift. Play both sides. Play up your strengths. Hell yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know what? I guess apparently he should have played it up a little bit better. Because apparently he dies. So, maybe he should have programmed himself out of that.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Alright. So, is that all the characters?
Not even close.
Oh my Jesus.
I can try to go faster.
You didn't have to do a mic drop. Oh no, you can. I'm just like, okay.
I'm gonna get closer. Jeez. Okay.
Mm.
All right. So this is the I'll try to speed this up now.
Okay.
So this is the
There
ultimate.
are a lot of characters.
15.
Jeez. Alright.
I mean, hey, at least it's not some like Persona. But this is the ultimate baseball star, Leon Kuwata. Alright. So, Leon Kuwata is the game's first killer. Chapter 1, he kills another character, and typically speaking, there's really not much about him. He is a baseball star who hates playing baseball, who, wants to be a musician, by his point. Typically, this is a joke you won't get, but this guy looks a lot like a guy I know in the game that I recently just finished. So really, that's kind of it for him. And yeah, that's Leon. Not much to say about this character.
Okay, so he likes baseball, or he hates baseball, but he's good at baseball. So he did it for someone else, I'm guessing.
He did it because it was his first passion.
And now he hates it.
Yeah.
Okay, and so now he wants to be a musician.
Yes.
Ah, wow. It's destined to hate that, probably.
Yeah.
Feel bad for him. Alright, no wonder he's a killer. So unsatisfied.
Yeah.
I don't know. He looks just like a regular cool dude.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad that he's just a killer.
Spiky hair.
I guess we all have our problems.
Yeah. This guy
Alright.
was.
I like his hair color. It's
Yeah.
nice. I like the spikiness. I like his outfit. Shirt's a bit much.
Yeah.
Looks just like a shirt straight out of the 90s. Alright. Alright.
I guess that's it.
Moving on.
Yeah. Nothing to say about you, Mister.
Super interesting.
Yeah. Come on. I have to back up. Okay.
Jeez.
Alright. Yes. So this next character. Okay. So, typically, this might be the character we talk about the most, but I think I'm gonna play it safe for now. Uh, this is Junko Inoshima, or if I say this in the other tense, Mukuro Ikusaba. So I won't talk about Mukuro until another point. Um, but Junko Inoshima is the ultimate fashionista slash the ultimate despair. Ha, and basically she is this game's big bad. Um, yeah, she basically she got all the characters around it here to basically best them in this game, or more so, torture them around this game for her own amusement. Because she hates life so much, she finds it boring. She's cried since she was first born. She is what they would, call the ultimate despair. And yeah, she is defeated though by one character. It actually may stick out as obvious for you, depending on their design. But overall, this is Junko, and there's so much more to talk about her, but I'm not gonna really talk about that much. So yeah.
Okay, so why you say there's two different names? Like, what? Does she have like a dual personality or a?
No, okay, so Mukuro Ikusaba is actually a different person, but it's her sister.
Ah.
Mukuro's story comes out a lot better. It You know about her in the first one, but it comes out a lot better, and I believe the anime that I haven't even watched yet, and the second game's novel, which is really just an if story. It's like it's an alternate timeline. But aside from that, Mukuro Ikusaba is actually one of the first few to die. So, but it's part of Junko's plan, basically. And,
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, she looks positively deceptive.
It's hilarious.
She's so cute.
Yeah.
That's why I don't trust her.
It's hilarious because Mukuro Ikusaba and Junko have differences. Junko doesn't have freckles, so this is actually.
I was going to say something about her freckles. Interesting.
Yeah.
That's what adds the deception so much deeper.
And I'm gonna say this right now. I think Mukuro looks 100 times cuter than Junko in that.
Okay, which one's that? I
Uh,
can't follow this.
yeah, Mukuro's the one with freckles. You can tell.
Okay.
Yeah, and the longer eyelashes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, those things are really nice.
Yeah.
She's got really thick lashes. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a hot piece. That figures.
Yeah.
It's always the hot pieces. Can't fucking trust this shit. God damn.
Yeah.
Anyway, alright, so, yeah. Well, she's cute as heck. Pink hair, blue eyes. Of course she's a killer. Figuratively and literally.
Mm-hmm. Many people.
I like her outfit, though. It's kind of like business and pleasure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should match it with a mullet.
All right. Let's get down. Okay.
Okay. Well,
This is Hifumi Yamada, who is in America considered the ultimate fanfic creator, but I cannot remember what his title is in Japan. But basically, so I'm a little bit of an evil human when I say that.
oh jeez.
I didn't call him by Hifumi. I call him by fat guy.
That is terrible. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So, I called him by that a lot when I recorded the game. And, I didn't have much of an interest, but he has a huge thing for this anime of Princess Pudgy Princess Pink Pudgy Little Princess. I don't know.
What?
Yeah. I can't even remember the thing. That's how you know ridiculous it is. And, typically, he's into 2D. He does not really care for 3D bodies, but there is like a very big fan service part in this game. So, I will not tell you much about it, but yeah.
I cannot tell you how disturbed I am by this character. Legitimately, can we get his finger out of his mouth? Because that's not adding to my security over here. Like, honestly, well, I don't think that you should have called him fat guy, but it's probably the most complimenting thing that you could say out of how I feel about it. So seriously, I mean, that's the type of person that, like, if I, in my worst nightmare, looked out my window to find that someone was peeking in on me, that's exactly what I expect him to look like. And I will freak out, and I will be so over myself, and I will never, ever have a window open ever again. No, never. Never. Jesus. Why? He's the ultimate creeper.
I think we're done talking about him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, this next person. Oh, God. Now,
Okay.
I love this character, but I will not tell you of how much people loathe this guy.
Okay.
This dude is.
Yeah, it looks totally hateable. No,
This
not really.
is Yasuhiro Hagakure. He is the ultimate. It's a word for fortune telling. But yeah, ultimate fortune.
Well, seer, visionary.
They gave it a big word. I can't remember, dude.
Oh my.
Yeah, but we'll just call ultimate seer, ultimate fortune teller. You can look it up while I'm talking about it. But Yasuhiro Hagakure is one of the survivors of this game. He's typically a goon. He's basically what I would call him, the stoner type of character that doesn't smoke weed. Like, he's very much oblivious to mostly everything. That reminds me of another character we'll be getting down to. But no, it's not. Jesus, no. Yeah, I'd have to look it back up again.
Thesaurus, don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, he does fortune telling a lot for a ridiculous amount. He has one of the longest free time events too. Along with Celestia, who not only dies, but imagine how many people have tried to. Well, actually, no, you'd have no time. But basically, he at some point ended up convincing this girl to give him her life savings account off of a big Yakuza clan.
Oh jeez.
So he was on the run. He is also one of the oldest characters in this game, or no, let's say the oldest student, namely 21. So, isn't that adult drinking age?
Yes.
Oh yeah, okay, adult drinking age, and yeah, so that is Yasuhiro Hagakure. He's just an absolute goon, but I love him for it. Yeah.
All right. So he's disliked because he's a hustler,
Yeah.
which kind of goes in with some versions of fortune telling.
Yeah.
That's all I will say. But okay. Well, he looks. Yeah. He looks like a person that could be both put on the charm, get you out of your money, and then run. Pretty much get away with all of it because it looks like he could get you to trust him. I'd trust him. I'd be broke. He'd steal all my money. It's good to know.
Yeah.
I don't have the best intelligence sometimes, so. Alright. It looks like a cool dude. But I can see why, yeah. After your stories, I can tell, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so now.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
this next character is another interesting piece.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is Toku Fukawa, who is the ultimate novelist prodigy. Basically, so she's had kind of a rough backstory on school, basically. She's been bullied a lot, and typically she's very shy and very defensive around people. But typically her free time event, her last one, ends off on a very sweet note. Typically with her and the protagonist. So she's one of the survivors of the game. She is also has. So compared to Junko Inoshima and Mukuro Ikusaba, she actually has a split personality. Typically, I don't have a photo to show you right now, but, basically, her split personality, get this, is the ultimate serial killer.
That figures.
Yes. Her, other side is basically Genocide Jill, compared to Toku Fukawa. Who is a lot more, let's say, well, obviously crazy, but a lot more open. She has an interesting developing love towards Biaka Togami. And typically, there's a lot more on her in the spin-off. However, I've not played the spin-off yet. So anyone who finds this, please don't spoil it for me. But so that's really kind of it, I would say. I know there's more to talk about, but I think I've gotten all the basic main points out of the way. So
Okay.
yeah.
So, well, it sounds like the other part of her is maybe more interesting.
Yeah.
But I feel sorry for this. And see, that is why you don't bully people. And that's why you don't suppress your horrible feelings, because then you turn into a serial killer in your other personality. It's so sad. This is a tragedy. It's an absolute tragedy. But she looks like she's hiding something. Look at the way her eyes are looking to the side.
Yep.
She is cutting so sideways. She's like, that's fine. You can do that. Push me around. I will cut you later. All right.
All
Well,
right.
I feel sorry for her.
So obviously I was looking through. So this next character is typically one of the biggest. So, never mind. Not yet. Not yet.
Sorry. So
Sorry.
disappointing.
Cut that. All right. So basically, this is Kiyotaka Ishimaru. So now I'm not. Oh wait, I can remember. Okay. So his talent is the ultimate moral compass. Yeah. Or as people meme about, the ultimate hall monitor.
Okay, yeah. That looks right.
Yeah. So, now I like this character a lot actually, but
Says a lot about you.
he dies.
Item 30 of 39.
He he develops a very special bond with another character. I'll go deep into it once we get to that character. But basically, I believe this guy is gay. So,
Yeah, I was
good for
wondering
him.
if that was a special bond. Is that the special bond?
That's a special bond. Between bros. But yeah.
Definitely bros. No hoes.
Yeah. So this character, typically, he's very compassionate about school and stuff. He's very much he's very much another kind of he's very much normal in school presence. You'll meet a guy like this any day. And overall, while there's not much to say about him, I do remember that that he hates being called genius because at one point, one of I think his grandfather or something, was called that, but he made a lot of mistakes during then, and he kind of crashed. So he hates that word, typically, or he hates being called it at least. And yeah, that is Kiyotaka Ishimaru. So you go.
Alright, so first off, no, I don't think I've ever seen a guy like this at school. Ever.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I would notice, red, piercing, screaming eyes. Like, I feel like he's assaulting me right now. Just with that look. But no, his outfit definitely is the hall monitor. Definitely a what are you doing? Where's your pass? Why are you here? I'm going to tell. Anyway, but I respect the whole genius thing, though, because, like, undue pressure for no reason. There's no reason for that. Like, seriously, guys. We're all just people. Some of us just a little bit more intelligent at some things, but not all things. We all make mistakes. Like this guy's eyebrows. They literally take up his entire forehead. I don't know where they begin or end. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. Moving on.
All right.
I can't stop staring at you.
Yeah. So now we're gonna get to
Are you sure?
yes.
You want to click it before you say it?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So this
is Kyoko Kirigiri. Okay, basically, her talent,
Having violet eyes.
yes, is the ultimate detective. So she has a huge part, obviously. And yeah, I got some stuck in my my nostrils instead of my throat. I didn't need to say that though. But
So much.
but typically speaking, obviously she is one of those survivors. She has a very interesting backstory. Typically speaking, you can't see it, but she wears gloves every day, basically. Um,
She's germaphobe?
no, actually, something really bad happened to her hands at one point. Yeah,
Oh, are they badly scarred?
probably. I would.
No one knows.
Well, except for the main character. But typically, I would guess that how she got those bad scars was, I would say probably from like a fire, maybe. I don't know.
Ah.
Yeah,
Mm,
I think a fire, maybe.
This stuff's sensitive forever.
Yeah. So basically, she is also kind of how it starts out is that she's not very talkative until halfway into the game with the main character. You can already see where this is going. And basically, her father, Jin Kirigiri, is actually the chairman of the school that before kind of the whole incident happened. And basically, she is a very quiet, very stoic character, but I'll say this right now, she is basically a great example of a kudere or kudere, whatever anime people say. But basically, she's cold until eventually you start seeing her heart heat up. And that's definitely, that's when she starts coming a bit closer towards the main character and the others. Um, Typically speaking, this is what I would probably consider my personal favorite character of this game. Well, not personal, but my favorite character of this game. I don't know if it'll. Actually, no. I'm gonna save that for another time. But basically, there's a lot to say about her, and really, in the end, I think she definitely has one of the most unique and probably one of the best character developments in the game. So yeah.
Alright. Well, it sounds like a good character development. Because I like the whole cold, distant, calculated person that eventually warms up and makes friends with everybody. Everybody likes that character. But she looks like a darling little sweetheart. She's super cute. And you know what I noticed? Out of all the anime characters, she does not have big boobs. I like her. I like her a lot. Yay. Boobs get away. Jesus.
Fun fact: her birthday just recently passed.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yep, October 6th.
Oh, wow.
All right, and now it's time for one of the biggest characters. This is our main protagonist.
Seems like it.
Yeah.
Seems like a little troublemaker.
But this is Makoto Naegi.
Little scamp.
Basically, at the start, his title is the ultimate lucky student. Typically, he won a lottery. That's how normal you can get. It's like, if you if you wanted to be on the basis of normal, the ultimate lucky student. That is until eventually where I would think, originally kind of getting closer into this game progression. I always thought he was like a secret ultimate attorney or something like that, because he fit the bill, because this character Makoto is so oblivious to everything until the trial, where just everything starts connecting like a tic-tac-toe board or a Connect 4 game. But yeah, everything just starts connecting for this guy. He's also very much the most on the page, keeps his focus towards saving everyone around him, which you can already guess what his true talent is. I feel like it's a bit cliche, but it works. He is the ultimate hope by the end of the game. Yeah, despair, hope. Yeah, main message of these games. So, yeah. And like I said with Kyoko, she gets him and her get very close. I don't know. I'm not gonna say it for the shippers. But yeah, he's a very kind person, probably the most kind character so far that I've encountered, at least from these games. Um, I also love to joke about it, but this guy is 5'3".
He looks tiny.
Yeah, and I've also talked about this before with you for a while, but this part right here,
I love it.
yeah, that's called an hoagie, which is basically a hair sticks up, very common Japanese kind of thing, which they like to call it idiot hair. But there's another person with that who's very much not an idiot, which is hilarious.
I call it a cowlick.
Yeah, cowlick, what Americans say. So yeah, and here you go.
Well, he's just adorable. I don't think that he's 5'3". He looks tiny. He's very happy-go-lucky. I want to put him in my pocket.
Yeah, I like to call this guy our precious boy, basically.
He is. He's my precious. Anyway, so yeah, no, that makes sense though. Happy-go-lucky, hope. You'd have to be. You have to be a very, just go with it type of person to be hope, because that's what hope is, right? It doesn't take any big O sides. It just lets it be, because it's fucking hope. Yay, hope. Let me bottle up some fucking hope. I want to put him in my pocket though. He's so cute.
Yeah.
He's adorable. Does his hair match his eyes? They look like they match his eyes.
I
They're just
think
slightly
so.
off.
Yeah.
Slightly off, just to make it all highlighted. I love it.
And for anyone who comes down here, please don't make any ship memes. Anyways, we'll talk about it at our point. All right, so
Really?
typically speaking, you might remember this guy, but this is
His hair is so aggressive.
yeah, so this guy's hair is memed a lot.
Oh my god, it's like so meme-worthy.
But basically, a lot of people call it corn cob hair, or what I heard from another.
It does look like
Yeah, from what I've heard from another person, a dead armadillo.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Poor armadillo never stood a chance.
Yeah, this guy is Mondo Owada, the ultimate bike gang leader. So he is another killer. Basically, he, I'm gonna say this right now. He killed Chihiro Fujisaki. No. But, basically, he is the bromance-ship with, Ishimaru, or Kiyotaka. And, basically, there's a lot of people, just tell Noah about it, but, okay, well, Ishimondo, is preferably the ship that people call those two. But yeah, he's a very aggressive, but he also has a kind of cool, free time event, to the point where I can remember that the main protagonist called him cute for basically spouting out about dogs and stuff. Yeah. So, he's basically a jerk with a heart of gold, basically.
I gotcha.
Yeah. And there's really not much to talk about it, but, his motive really wasn't a motive, but more so, the fear of him if he had to come forth to the other students, that he ended up, accidentally killing his older brother, who he had a lot of respect for. That can be kind of a truce. Well, more so, it was accidental because his brother tried to, or more so, sacrifice his life because he was about to get hit by a truck. Yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that's him.
Okay. I don't think there's anything more to talk about this guy than his hair. It's all his hair. I mean, his eyeliner is just way out there too. Is that his eyeliner, right? Or is that a tattoo? I don't know. Anyway, but his belt buckle, that thing is so big. I don't see how he rides a bike or anything with that. That thing would chop off, well, his tool.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have it anymore. No bromance with anybody. I mean, unless he's all bottom. I don't know. That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, I like the fact that he's I'm so tough to hide the fact that I'm really just a sweetheart who is trying with my belt buckle to cut off my unit. I don't know why.
Nice.
Oh. Oh, look at it, man.
Yeah.
Eat it.
I've actually never taken a real big look at that. It's hilarious. Alright, I think we're actually coming down to the last two. I think. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is Sakura Ogami.
Okay.
She is the ultimate martial artist, and her death is tragic because, typically speaking,
She's a big bitch.
yeah. But she's a very confident and really cool character, and overall, she wasn't murdered by anyone, but in the game, she committed suicide for the rest of the group. Because typically, in the 4th chapter of this game, I won't reveal what was happening, but basically, she was revealed to be Junko's spy. So, basically, because of the amount of friendship that she's gotten with the other group, she decided that she was going to betray Junko, but it didn't work out in the way expected. So instead, in order to make sure everything went well with the other characters, she took her life so that they could all try to get out there. Which, interesting enough, she is the last actual student death in the game. Aside from Junko, but she is the last one, and it's chapter 4. There's 6 chapters in each of these games, I believe. So yeah, pretty interesting. Overall, though, she had a lover, who ended up getting cancer, who I believe was still alive during the game's event happening. But yeah, she became the strongest because he got cancer, so he lost a lot of his strength. But overall, I believe the guy is doing well. But this is definitely the character, or one of the characters I had felt the most sorrow for. She didn't deserve to go out that way.
Alright. Well, okay. Well, she obviously just resonates strength. I mean, obviously, on the outside as well as the inside. Very surprising. I mean, her story is absolutely tragic. And the fact that she did all of that and then, the ultimate sacrifice. That's like the ultimate strong point. Oh my goodness, I feel so sorry for this poor, tragic.
I like to imagine that because of her sacrifice, this resonated with Makoto's hope.
I would hope so. My goodness. I mean, if you can't get hope out of that. She went from betrayer to rescuer here. Sacrifice myself so everyone can make it. Awesome. Perfect. Super strong. I love a good, strong female character.
Yep. And
Also, I feel like she could break everyone in two.
no.
You mean she would have to commit suicide? How are you going to kill her? She is a beast.
Yeah, the developers of Spike Chunsoft did an amazing job on this character.
I'm terrified.
Alright, I think... Alright. So this is an interesting character because she's the first to die, but her reasons... I don't know if you'll like her or not for this, but basically she's Sayaka Maizano, the ultimate pop artist.
Okay.
And typically speaking, at the start, she's kind of like this one character that's all over Makoto's grill all of a sudden. Yeah. She also is a super popular character, basically. She's made out to be cute. But overall, looks could also mean disaster. Basically, for what happens in the first chapter, she tries to commit a murder, but she's ended up killed. But basically, her setup, aside from one point, she was trying to get the protagonist Makoto framed. Yep.
She went all big balls.
Yep. She ended up getting killed, and she wrote something that basically revealed who the killer was. Like, the first case is Baby Easy. But yeah, that's really kind of her. There's not much to her. Like, overall, that's really it.
Alright. Well, no, she is cute. She's definitely made to be very attractive and very likable. Of course she was going to die first. She's just got it written all over her. Look at that.
And to die,
So innocent.
and to die a way where people would actually hate you.
Way to go down, girl. Way to go down. So disappointing. You had so much potential. No, she didn't. That was her destiny.
Fuck that bitch.
Sorry.
Alright, I think with that is it. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm going to check real quick in case if I had this all recorded. Okay, thank God. I did not want to lose the footage here.
I swear to God, if you'd have said that you didn't record it, the only recording you'd have is me pulling your ass.
Now that would make for some juicy content. Alright, but thank y'all so much for coming by to this. I guess we'll end it off on this.
Sweet.
But yeah, I think we all had a lovely day here. And peace, peeps.